right, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going to be getting cozy, I guess you could say.
Yeah, cozy.
As we look into Regency gas logs. If you're thinking of ditching that old wood-burning fireplace
Right.
and going with gas, we're going to see if Regency is the way to go, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing with these materials, right, is that people want the look. They want that nice, warm feeling.
Right.
But, nobody wants to deal with the wood, right?
Everybody wants to do the work.
All that chopping and stacking and
Yeah.
hauling it in, keeping it dry, all that. So it seems like Regency is really pushing their gas logs as that solution,
Right.
just making it easy.
Yeah, they come right out and say it. I mean, the brochure just says flat out, enjoy all the benefits of a wood-burning fireplace without the extra time and effort.
Yeah.
Forget about chopping, storing, and hauling wood. Simply turn on the gas logs and enjoy the ambiance and warmth of an amazing fire whenever you desire.
It's just like that, huh?
Easy. Right.
And the website's the same way. They talk about a quick and easy transformation of your existing fireplace. You can go from, building the fire and getting the wood and cleaning the ashes to just flipping a switch.
Right.
It's really appealing, just instant fireplace.
I mean, instant gratification, right?
Absolutely.
Now, when you really get into what Regency offers, it's not just one type of gas log.
Yeah.
You've got two main categories. You've got vented and vent-free. And this is a big decision you've got to make right up front.
Huge decision.
So let's start with vented, maybe.
Okay, so vented gas logs. I mean, it's kind of right in the name. They need a working chimney or vent, obviously.
Of course.
For safety reasons, obviously.
Yeah.
Regency offers a few styles. You've got oak, driftwood, and birch. And you've got some size options, too. 18, 24, and 30 inches.
Yeah, and what's interesting to me is the technology. Like the burners.
The assembled indoor vented burners, they have a 2-burner system for the 18-inch logs.
Yeah.
And then if you go up to 24 or 30 inches, you get a 3-burner system.
Oh, right.
Which makes sense. More fire, more burners.
Yeah. And then you've also got a choice of how you turn them on and off.
Yeah, how you start the fire.
Exactly.
There's the millivolt system, which uses a standing pilot light, so it's always on in a simple on-off remote.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, it uses a little bit of gas all the time. And then there's the electronic ignition system, where the pilot only comes on when you want to use the fireplace. And that one also has an on-off remote, but it could save you some money on gas in the long run.
And another thing, these vented burners, they're set up for natural gas.
Right.
But they do have propane conversion kits if you need them.
That's right.
And for those who are interested in the nitty-gritty details, they actually give you BTU ratings in the brochure.
Yeah, the BTU ratings.
And those tell you how much heat these logs can actually produce. So higher BTU, more heat output.
Makes sense. A bigger fire is going to put out more heat.
Right. Like an 18-inch vented oak log, the natural gas version, is about 52,000 BTUs.
Okay.
And then if you go to propane, it's a little less, 49,000 BTUs.
Got it.
And of course, if you get the bigger logs, the 24 or 30-inch, those are going to have even higher BTU rating.
Right, right.
Now, this is really important with vented logs, and they've got a whole table in the brochure about this. You have to check the minimum fireplace opening dimensions.
Oh, yeah, that's crucial.
Before you buy anything. You got to measure the front width, rear width, the height, the depth, all of it.
Got to make sure it fits.
Exactly. And it has to meet their requirements for whatever size log and burner you're getting.
Right.
Like, for example, they say an 18-inch 2-burner vented oak log needs a front width of at least 30 inches.
Oh.
Rear width of 18 inches, 14 inches high, and 14 inches deep.
Gotcha.
And if you go up to a 24-inch log with the 3 burners, those dimensions all get bigger.
So measure twice, buy once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's vented logs. Now, what about vent-free? How are they different?
Well, vent-free logs, as you might guess, don't need a chimney.
Right.
Or any venting at all.
Okay.
Regency has them in oak and birch, but there's a big asterisk here. The brochure says USA only.
Oh, really?
And there might even be more specific restrictions depending on where you live.
So you really got to check the fine print.
You got to check your local rules and regulations to see if they're even allowed where you are.
Got it. And it looks like the size options are a little different for vent-free too, right? It's just 18 and 24 inches.
That's right, just those two. They use what they call assembled indoor vent-free burners. And like the vented ones, you have some choices for how to control them. There's the millivolt variable system. That one uses a standing pilot that you light manually with a spark. But it comes with a remote that lets you turn it on and off and also adjust the flame height, which is pretty cool.
So you can customize how much heat you're getting.
Exactly.
Nice. And then there's also an electronic ignition for the vent-free, which again means the pilot only comes on when you need it, and a remote for on-off and flame adjustment.
Just like the vented version.
And it looks like the vent-free burners can use either natural gas or propane right out of the box.
Yeah, you don't need a conversion kit for those.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
And the BTU ratings are different for vent-free, too.
Yeah, how do they compare?
Well, for an 18-inch vent-free oak log, natural gas, you're looking at a range of 26,000 to 35,000 BTUs.
Okay.
And then for propane, it's 24,000 to 32,000.
Got it.
So generally, they have a bit lower max heat output compared to a vented model of the same size.
Interesting.
And again, just like with vented logs, you absolutely have to check those minimum fireplace opening dimensions for vent-free.
Can't stress that enough.
Like an 18-inch vent-free oak needs a front width of at least 22 inches,
Okay.
rear width of 20, a height of 18, and a depth of 13.
So even though they're vent-free, you still got to make sure they fit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the big difference between vented and vent-free, it really comes down to whether you have a working chimney or not.
Right.
And where you want the combustion byproducts to go.
And how much heat you want.
Exactly. Vented logs send that stuff up the chimney, while vent-free release it into the room.
And that's why there are those restrictions.
Right.
And why they usually have lower BTU output.
Okay, so beyond all the technical stuff, the look and feel of these logs is a big part of the decision.
Of course, you want them to look nice.
And Regency really emphasizes how realistic their logs are supposed to be.
Yeah, they do.
The brochure says they replicate the natural beauty of a log with meticulous attention to detail.
They're going for that authentic look.
Right, so it sounds like they've put a lot of effort into the aesthetics.
They have. They even say the logs are individually cast and hand-painted.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so it's not just some mass-produced thing.
That's impressive.
They're trying to create enchanting flame patterns to give you that real cozy fireplace feel.
So you're not just staring at some fake-looking fire.
Exactly. And having those different styles like oak, driftwood, and birch lets you choose something that matches your room.
And, you know, that attention to detail they're talking about, I think you really see it in the texture and color variations.
Yeah, you don't want them all looking the same.
No, you want that natural variation.
Like real wood.
And it's not just about looks. They talk about durability, too.
Yeah, they got to hold up over time.
Right. They say these logs are made from high-temperature concrete, ceramic refractory, and stainless steel fiber mesh.
That sounds pretty heavy duty.
Yeah, it does.
Like they're built to last.
Right. They pick materials that can handle the heat and won't fall apart after a few uses.
So you're not replacing them every year.
Exactly. Okay, let's get into some of the specific features and benefits that really stand out.
All right. What catches your eye?
Well, one thing that really jumped out at me from the website is this power outage functionality.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
They say, and I quote, "No power, no problem. All Regency gas log sets operate with battery power, so they work safely without power."
So even if the grid goes down, you're still good.
Right, which is huge if you live in an area with frequent power outages.
Especially in winter.
Especially in the winter. Now, they don't say what kind of batteries they use or how long they last.
That's true. That would be good to know.
But still, it's something to think about, especially for peace of mind during storms.
For sure. And let's not forget about the burners themselves.
Oh, the burn.
They've put some thought into those.
Like what kind of things?
Well, the vented two-burner system, it's designed to spread the flames evenly across the whole log set.
Okay.
And then the three-burner, that one's for bigger flames.
Makes sense.
More height and depth to make the fire look really impressive.
And for the vent-free models, being able to adjust the flame height with the remote is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, you can really customize the look and feel.
And control how much heat you're getting.
Right. It's not just on or off.
Now, it's also worth mentioning what actually comes with these gas logs when you buy them.
Yeah, what's included in the box?
Well, both vented and vent-free come with lava rock and embers.
To make it look nice.
Exactly. And a flex line to connect to your gas supply.
Standard stuff.
Now, the vented sets also include a damper clamp.
Oh, right, for safety.
Right. It keeps the damper partially open so those combustion byproducts can escape.
Important for vented logs.
And then the vent-free sets come with platinum embers along with the regular black embers.
Ah, fancy.
Just to add a little something extra.
So they've thought about the little detail.
It seems like it. And if you want to customize the look even further, or if you need to replace some of that stuff later on.
Yeah, like if the embers wear out.
Regency does sell additional lava rock and black embers separately.
Okay, good to know.
So you can really personalize it. Now, we've talked about a lot of the good stuff, but let's not forget about some important things to consider before you actually buy one of these.
Yeah, the fine print.
Right, like we talked about before, you really have to check those minimum fireplace opening dimensions.
Seriously, measure twice, buy once.
You don't want to end up with logs that don't fit, or even worse, that aren't safe to use in your fireplace.
Exactly. And don't forget about that USA only thing for the vent-free models.
That's right. You have to check if they're even allowed where you live.
And if there are any special rules or codes.
Exactly. And the choice between vented and vent-free, it's not just about whether you have a chimney.
Right. It's more than that.
It's also about how much heat you want and how efficient you want it to be.
Because the vented ones lose a lot of heat up the chimney.
They do, but they also have those really realistic flames.
It's a trade-off.
It is. You have to think about what you want to use the fireplace for.
Is it mostly for looks or for actual heat?
Exactly. And then finally, it's always good to know about the company behind the product.
Yeah, what's their reputation like?
Well, Regency offers a limited lifetime warranty, which shows that they're confident in their products.
That's a good sign.
And they also say on their website that they're proudly manufactured in North America.
Which is important to some people.
It is. So to sum up our deep dive into Regency gas logs, they offer a convenient and nice-looking alternative to wood-burning fireplaces.
With both vented and vent-free options.
Right. You've got choices for the style, size, burner type, and controls.
Plenty of options.
But the key things to remember are those minimum fireplace opening dimensions, the geographic limitations for vent-free models, and the big difference between vented and vent-free in terms of venting and heat output.
And don't forget about that battery backup for power outages.
That's right. That's a big plus. So as you're thinking about upgrading your fireplace, you really got to consider what's most important to you.
What are your priorities?
Exactly. Is it just pure convenience, or are you going for a specific look?
Or maybe that peace of mind knowing you'll have heat even if the power goes out.
Right. Taking some time to look at the details, thinking about your current fireplace setup, that's all going to help you figure out which Regency gas log set would be the best fit for your home.
Great advice. It's been fun getting cozy with you today.
Yeah, this was a fun one. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and we'll see you next time.